Views are easy, trust is hard. This is my honest message to every single Battlefield 6 content creator out there. And if I'm being real, it's a message to myself too. I have to be honest with you all because for a while now I've felt this insane pressure. A pressure to chase whatever's popular, to make the right kind of video, the kind of videos that the algorithm loves and the trends demand. And I know I'm not the only one. This is my story I'd like to talk about and why I'm done playing that game, and why I believe it's the only real strategy for success and the only way forward for our community is simply being true to ourselves. I remember like it was yesterday. A few months back, this one negative narrative just took over the community. It was divisive, it was angry, and man, it was getting a ton of engagement. The formula was simple: rage, complain, act like the sky is falling, and watch the clicks pour in. I saw creators I respected, and plenty I didn't, all jumping on the bandwagon. My analytics, my recommendations feed, everything was screaming at me, this is what you need to make. This is how you grow. And I almost did it. I'm not kidding. I had the title drafted, the talking points ready to go, and it would have been so easy. I knew exactly what to say to stir the pot and to farm all those angry comments that the algorithm counts as engagement, if you will. But when I sat down to record, I just felt hollow. It wasn't what I really thought. I had my criticisms for sure, but my actual feeling was more nuanced, even hopeful. The video I was about to make was a total mask. It wasn't me. It was a business decision, and it felt gross. So, I scrapped it. I deleted the file, made a video about my actual complicated feelings instead. It didn't go viral, it didn't break any of my records, but something amazing happened in the comments. The conversations were deeper, the feedback was more constructive, and people were saying things like, finally a reasonable take, sure. I lost a few viewers who were just there for the drama, but I gained subscribers who were there for me, and that's when it clicked. The one video taught me more about long-term success than any trend ever could. That whole experience cemented a belief that is now my channel's constitution, if you will. Short-term clicks are cheap, but long-term trust is priceless. In a world with endless content where viewers are getting smarter every day and spotting fakes, your authenticity is the only real edge you have. So, it's not just some fluffy buzzword. It's the foundation of a community that actually lasts. When you're genuine, your audience feels like they know a person, not a persona. They're way more likely to engage with you, support you, and actually listen to what you have to say, because they can feel your authenticity, and it's coming from a real place. This builds a loyalty that in the views and the viewers and subscribers alone just can't measure. And here's the most important part. Being real builds your credibility. Think about it. If you switch up your opinions every week to match whatever new narrative is popular and profitable, what are you really teaching your audience? You're teaching them you cannot be trusted. You're training them to expect a performance. But when you have the guts to say what you actually think, even when it's not popular or it's not the most ideal take, you build a bond that doesn't break. And that's the kind of creator I personally want to be. And that's the kind of creator I also want to be watching. Now, let's talk about the other path. The one so many people are tempted by. The path of a hater, the rage baiter, the grifter. It's the path paved with manufactured outrage and non-stop negativity because, let's be honest, it works. And it's in the short term. Outrage is a powerful drug for the platform here on YouTube, but that high is temporary and the hangover is brutal. So, of course, faking it for clicks is a poison. It rots the trust. It's essentially rot. And it rots the trust, your audience, and it wrecks your integrity. Viewers are smart. They're not dumb. They can smell forced outrage from a mile away. Every single time you put on that mask for a few extra views, you're chipping away at the foundation of your channel. In this world, trust is everything. Hands down. Once it's broken, and you don't just lose views, you don't just lose loyalty, you lose respect, and you lose a piece of yourself in place of what the community you claim to represent as well. A good reputation takes years to build, but you can lose it in a single dishonest view in a second. Actions have consequences as well. We get to choose what kind of community we build. Do we want one based on cynicism, or do we want one based on shared passion for the game? We don't have to farm outrage. I know it's easy, but we don't have to. We can farm improvement in our aim, in our teamwork, in our mindset. Anyone can be a critic. It's easy. Being a builder is hard. Choosing the hard path, it's the one that lasts. This brings me to one rule that should be completely non-negotiable for all of us, ideally: transparency. Misleading our community, or misleading your community, whether it's through shady sponsorship or just plain bad info, is the fastest way to burn every single bridge you've built. Let's start with sponsors. Look, we've all want to make some sort of living at some point in time in our life. It's bound to happen. And branded deals are part of the game, but you have to be straight up about it. Your audience isn't dumb. They know when a promotion feels forced or fake. The rule is simple: disclose it, explain why the brand is good, and it's a good fit for you and your channel. Then get back to the content. A sponsorship should never feel like you're trying to pull a fast one on the very single people who support you. Being transparent isn't just about following the rules, it's about respecting your audience. And the second piece is just getting your facts right. In a rush to be first on new leaks or patch notes, it's easy to make mistakes. We're all human. But your integrity is defined by what you do next. If you mess up, own it. Post a correction, pin a comment, address it head on in your next video. Your commitment to the truth, even when it means admitting you were wrong. It builds more trust than being first ever will. Accuracy is respected, period. So, how do we actually do this? How do we stay authentic in a system that basically rewards the opposite? It starts with making a choice and then taking a few practical steps. First, figure out why. That should be the question you should be asking yourself. What is your channel really about? Write it down. For me, it's more about tactical gameplay, honest reviews, and zero drama community ideally. That's my anchor, and whenever I'm tempted to choose a trend that doesn't feel right, I look at that mission and it keeps me honest. Second, get out of the comparison trap. Just stop doom scrolling on other channels wondering why their thumbnails get more clicks. Stop running a loadout you hate just because it's meta for views. Focus on what makes you, your playstyle, your sense of humor, your way of breaking things down. The key to avoiding burnout in being original is to actually enjoy what you're creating. And third, adapt without selling out. Of course, you need to cover big updates and talk about the game's meta, patch notes, like I said before, but just do it through your lens. Don't be a parrot for what everyone else is saying. Give your unique take. Ask yourself, what is my angle on this? Not, what does the algorithm want to see? You can stay relevant without being a clone. And finally, just be human. Talk with your community in the comments, engage with them, and get real feedback. And just as we talked about, own your screw-ups. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with realness. So, I suppose in closing, I have a call to action. So, here's my challenge. First, to everyone watching, support the creators you feel are being real with you. Your view, your like, your sub, it's a vote. Cast it for the people who respect you. And second, to my followers and fellow creators, I challenge you to post one video a week that completely ignores the trends. One video that does 100% unapologetically you. And hey, if the message hits home for you, and if you believe in building a better and more authentic community, maybe consider subscribing. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. I really actually like to hear maybe your take on the matter, maybe your stories and your thoughts on this pressure that we all face and we've seen, especially in our feeds and we've seen on YouTube. The pressure to sell out and to chase trends, to be a persona instead of a person, it's real, and it's not going anywhere. But we always have a choice. We can play the short game for quick views and a thumbs up for the algorithm, right? Or we can play the long-term game for trust, loyalty, and a community that actually stands for something. It's a much harder path. It's not easy, but it's not impossible either. And for sure, it's the only one that leads somewhere worth going. At least that's what I believe. So let's build something we can all be proud of. And of course, in ending and closing, thanks for listening, and I hope everyone has a great remaining of your day. And remember always, peace be with you. Ciao, guys.